Calm your heart now, my beloved son, my beloved daughter, because the first thing I want you to hear is this. This will be your month to bloom, not because of human merit, not because everything around you is under control, but because I have decided to breathe new life upon your land, because I, the Lord, am visiting you in this season with an eternal purpose. Even if your surroundings still seem dry, even if the branches of your soul appear broken and the past days have been cloudy, I tell you with all the authority of heaven, you are going to bloom. I did not create you to remain in winter forever. I did not design you to live suffocated by the cold winds of doubt, nor to be a colorless tree in this landscape called routine. Inside you, I planted seeds no one else saw. Even when you thought you were stuck, even when you believed nothing was happening, roots were growing deeper, promises were being arranged, a secret movement was occurring in the soil of your heart. And now, the time has come to bloom. You cannot imagine how carefully I watched over what was invisible inside you. While you were looking outward, waiting for answers to come with the wind, I was touching your inner being, healing the root of your fear, tearing down the parasites that wanted to drain you from within. Memories that stole your strength, old words that became thorns around your identity, deep wounds no one understood, but I saw them, and seeing your pain did not make me abandon you. On the contrary, it was because of that pain that I prepared your blooming. Yes, I cleaned your soil. I removed old layers of frustration. I took out people who were overshadowing you with false promises. I broke cycles that were pruning you excessively. And now in this new season, I open the heavens over your head and declare, no opposing season can stop what I have planted from growing. The wind may still blow, but it will not knock you down. The rain may still fall, but it will nourish you. And even if the clouds try to return, the light I prepared inside you will be stronger. You will bloom, even if you don't understand everything, even if your eyes are still blurred by tears, even if your heart is tired of waiting. Because I am not a man to lie, nor a son of man to change my mind. I'm your God, and I am remaking invisible paths for you to walk this month. I'm changing the climate around you, and I'm not talking about physical temperature, but about the spiritual atmosphere. Where there was oppression, there will be relief. Where there were accusations, there will be peace. Where there was heavy silence, I will breathe my breath. Do you remember when you thought nothing would change? When your days dragged on and you felt like you were just surviving among the rocks, I was there. I counted each of your steps. I saw your faithfulness even in silence. I heard the prayers you couldn't even finish. I heard your soul whisper my name on empty nights, and I not only heard you, I responded. And this is my response. Bloom. Bloom even among the ruins. Bloom even if others don't believe in you. Bloom even if time has been cruel to you. Bloom like someone who refuses to die in past memories. Bloom like someone who decides to believe again, because what I am doing does not depend on your surroundings. It depends on the promise I made over your life, and my word does not return empty. It fulfills what I determined. This month, I am visiting your house. Yes, your house. I am entering where the atmosphere has grown heavy, where there are invisible conflicts, silent tensions, unspoken pains. I am entering and breathing life over everything, in your relationships, in your health, in your emotions. Where there were once thorns, there will be color. Where there was once fear, there will be fragrance. Where there was once distance, I will bring reconciliation. Because the blooming I prepared for you is not just external, it is a blooming of the soul. And don't think that blooming is just about accomplishments. It's not just about open doors, but about healed hearts, restored minds, living faith and hope that breathes again. Yes, you will see miracles, but more than that, you will be the miracle. Others will look at you and ask what happened, and you will know it was God. It was the touch of the Father. It was heaven's favor. It was the season that changed. Not because someone praised you, but because the Creator called you by name. You are not forgotten, you are not small. You are not the mistake you made or the scar you carry. You are the garden of the Most High. You are a sacred plantation, and what I water, no one can dry. What I protect, no one can uproot. What I start, I finish. You are not adrift. You are rooted in me. And that's why blooming is inevitable. This month the desert will give way to springs, the hard soil will open to new sprouts. Your gaze will be lighter, your mornings will have a different tone, your silences will be filled with my presence. Even your most timid steps will turn into dance. Because blooming also means this, rediscovering the rhythm of the soul, daring to dream again, to believe again, to love again. And you will love again, you will trust again, you will feel joy again where there was once only memory. You will breathe deeply and realize what was tied is now released. And if someone asks what the secret was, simply say, God visited me. He touched what no one else could. He watered me from within when no one saw my thirst. He held me on dark days when all I had was a wet pillow and silent prayers. He didn't let me give up, even when I had already given up inside. When my steps failed, His carried me. When my heart faltered, He lent me His courage. He wasn't offended by my weakness. He didn't turn His back on my failures. He didn't give up on me even when I saw no reason to continue. He stayed. When everyone left, He remained. When the lights went out, He lit a flame inside me. When the world told me it was over, He whispered that it was only the beginning. He lifted me with hands of tenderness, not with haste, but with love. He blew over the ashes and made a garden bloom, and He is the one making me bloom inside and out. Do not fear the coming days. Do not be afraid of time. I am the Lord of time. I am never late. I don't postpone. I prepare. I don't delay. I wait for the best moment, and even if to men it seems late, to me it is the perfect time. I see what the eyes do not see. I know the backstage of your story. I am the God who turns endings into beginnings. From crying I bring laughter. From darkness I bring dawn. I turn graves into testimonies, tears into new wine, valleys into altars of glory. And I declare with my eternal love, your dawn has come, your blooming has arrived, your time has come to see what I've long been preparing in secret. Lift your head, raise your hands, wipe your eyes, breathe deeply. Remove the garments of mourning from your heart and clothe yourself in hope. Turn lament into expectation. Take off the shoes of pain and walk barefoot on the new ground I have prepared. I am making all things new. I am restoring what no one else could heal. I am rewriting chapters the world thought were closed. I am breathing life where they said it was over. I am walking with you, even through the steps you still don't understand. And this month, in this very month, heaven will smile at you. Flowers will bloom even in the most unlikely places. The invisible will become visible. The improbable will happen because the season has changed, because heaven has declared it, because your time to bloom has come and nothing and no one can stop it. Go and bloom even if you are afraid. Bloom even if you have scars. Bloom even if your story is confusing, because I am the one who called you to bloom. I am the one who sustains you, and I am the one who has the final word over your life. And now that you have heard my word, I want you to understand what it means to live in the bloom. It is not merely a season of beauty, it is a season of responsibility, because every flower that opens also carries a fragrance, and every fragrance leaves a trail. I'm calling you to bloom not just for your own joy, but so that others can sense the scent of heaven through your life. This month, do not just look at what is changing around you. Look at what I am doing within you. The shift in your soul, the weight lifting from your chest, the thoughts becoming clearer. This is the bloom of peace. It is me rearranging your inner world to reflect the nearness of my presence. You've carried confusion for too long, questioning whether it was me who spoke, whether the path you chose was the right one. But I've not left you to guess your way through the fog. I have been placing signs in the silence. Pay attention to the quiet nudges, the moments that make your spirit pause. That is me guiding you gently. You have waited for open doors, but this month I will teach you how to knock again, with courage, with confidence, without fear of rejection. For some doors will not open until you dare to try again. And I will be the one standing on the other side, ready to receive you. There are relationships you have clung to, not out of love, but out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of starting over. But I did not call you to cling to what drains you. I am not the author of soul ties that lead to your spiritual exhaustion. This month, I will give you clarity to release what you once thought you needed. You have buried dreams beneath layers of shame and practicality. You told yourself that was just emotion. It wasn't God, but I am the one who gave you that desire. Not so it would haunt you, but so it would lead you. And now I am removing the debris of doubt so that desire can live again. Some of you have been working faithfully in silence, believing no one noticed. But I noticed. Every small act, every whispered prayer, every time you gave without applause, I saw it all. And I have stored every unseen obedience as seeds in my garden. Now I am commanding them to rise. You keep asking, why has it taken so long? Because I was not just preparing the blessing, I was preparing you for it. Had I released certain things earlier, they would have broken you. But now you are stronger, softer, wiser, ready to carry what once would have crushed you. You cannot walk forward if you are still looking back. So this month I will help you close the chapters that no longer define you. You are not the heartbreak, not the loss, not the failure. You are the healed version that emerged through the fire. Look at you, you're still here. There are moments I will invite you into solitude, not to punish you, but to speak clearly. I need your undivided attention, so when I quiet your surroundings, don't rush to fill the silence. Stay, listen. The bloom of revelation comes when you stop trying to hear everything and start listening for me. Some answers will not come through explanation, but through experience. Trust me when I ask you to walk on water, even when your mind craves a map. My guidance is not always logical, but it is always loving. You've been exhausted trying to hold everything together, but this month, you will learn the beauty of surrender. I never asked you to carry the weight of outcomes, only to obey step by step. Let me hold what you cannot manage. Do not measure your growth by what others achieve. I planted you in a different soil for a different reason, in a different time. Stop comparing your pace to someone else's highlight. Look instead at how far you've come from who you used to be. I will challenge you to confront lies you've long accepted. Lies that said you're not worthy, not gifted, not chosen. But I am not the accuser. I am the builder. I do not shame you into change. I call you into identity. In this blooming season, I will also teach you pruning. Not everything that grows is meant to stay. I will remove what steals your focus, what clutters your soul, what distracts you from purpose. Trust my hand even when it cuts. You may notice some people distance themselves. Don't chase them. Some departures are part of my design. What you lose now will make room for what I'm sending later. The bloom requires space. Do not fear the empty. I will anoint your words this month. Don't be afraid to speak when I prompt you. Your voice carries weight in the spirit when you align with me. Speak with kindness, but speak with boldness. You are no longer voiceless. You have thought, I'm too late, too old, too far gone. But my calendar doesn't run by human clocks. I specialize in divine acceleration. What took years for others, I can do in days for you. Just believe. You are stepping into a season of divine alignment. Conversations, meetings, encounters, they will seem random to others, but you'll know they were orchestrated. Watch how I piece together what seemed unrelated. Do not fear the moments that stretch you. Growth always comes with discomfort. But you're not breaking, you're expanding. You're making room for the greater capacity I've built into your soul. Your identity is not in what you do, but in who you are to me. This bloom is not about performance, it's about becoming. You are not a servant trying to earn approval. You are a child returning to the Father's delight. Some of you will face decisions that seem risky, but I'm not asking for recklessness. I'm asking for faith. Faith that chooses obedience over certainty. Faith that chooses trust over control. I'm placing divine interruptions in your routine. Moments that seem like delays will turn out to be deliverance. When plans fall through, ask me what I'm doing. I waste nothing, not even your inconvenience. You are not abandoned in the waiting. I am with you even in the hallway. When the door is not yet opened, I'm still walking beside you. Look not at the closed door, look at the one who holds the key. I will stir up old gifts you have buried, passions you thought you lost, talents you stopped using. This month, they will rise again, not to make you famous, but to fulfill my purpose through you. I am repairing the way you see yourself. You have looked in the mirror and hated your reflection, not because of your features, but because of the lies behind your eyes. I am giving you new vision, eyes that see yourself as I do. Some things will fall apart, and that's okay. Don't rush to rebuild what I allowed to break. Not everything is meant to be restored. Some things are cleared so that the right structure can rise in its place. You have asked me to change others, but this month I will start with you, not because you are to blame, but because change begins with the willing. Let me refine your responses, soften your tone, renew your patience. This month, joy will return, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a lifestyle. You will laugh again from a place of healing, not denial. You will smile without pretending. You will enjoy without guilt. Watch for divine whispers in everyday places, in nature, in songs, in conversations. I'm not confined to the sacred. I will speak in the ordinary if you are listening. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. You've been told you feel too much, care too much, cry too easily. But I made you tender for a reason. That sensitivity is a spiritual antenna. Guard it, don't suppress it. I'm establishing new boundaries around you, not to isolate, but to protect.